This video is sponsored by Anker and their Prime chargers. This over here is the brand new M5 MacBook Pro. And in this video, we're going to be unboxing both of them. Even though this is brand new, there's ways to save money on them right now. We're going to take a look at the new CPU in action and a lot more. Oh! If you stick till the end of the video, I've got both colors for you. This one. Oh, this is the silver version. This is 32 gigabytes, 1 terabyte nano texture. Look at that. You've got silver Apple on the side. Ooh. What? Where's the power brick? You just get the cable. Okay, I actually knew that there was no charging brick with the laptop in the UK. Actually, in the whole Europe and UK, you don't get a charging brick with you. And if you look at the Apple's website, if you want a 70-watt USB-C power adapter, it's £59. And if you want the 96-watt USB-C charger, it's £79. And the weirdest thing is, if you want to buy the power adapter, you're gonna have to upgrade something. Either the display, nano texture, RAM, or storage, otherwise it's not possible. That is so weird. For that amount, there's so many better options available. So if you're getting this, please do not buy the Apple original charger because there's so much better options available. I'll show you them in a minute. And voila. What I do like is the silver color. The silver with the black keyboard looks a much nicer contrast than this kind of black with black keyboard. One of the most amazing things about Apple ecosystem is that when you're getting a new Mac, if you've got a time machine backup, you can just restore your Mac like within minutes. I'll show you how this happens. So I have got already different backups on here. Do you want to transfer information? Yes, I do want from Time Machine. This is already updated to the latest Mac OS software. So literally, I've just ticked everything, system, everything, every second, and voila, it's copying them over. By the way, I highly recommend not to update your operating system if you already have a Time Machine backup, because if you've got the latest backup already on the Time Machine, it kind of updates that as well. It takes 25 minutes, but I think it's gonna do it a little bit faster. Now, you might be wondering, what about the pricing then? This is $1,600 for the base model of MacBook Pro. And then if you upgrade, obviously the pricing can massively go higher and higher. If you want to save some money and you're looking to pick up the M5 MacBook Pro, because this one is probably the best, longest battery life MacBook Pro ever, because the M5 is the most efficient, which we'll test in a minute, and the battery on this one is amazing. You can get the M5 on the 16-inch, it's only available on the 14-inch. That being said, if you check out my links in the video description below, you can already get this cheaper than what Apple's offering. Now, if you're wondering if any of these upgrades are actually worth it, you'll see when the second package arrives. I did buy 2 of them, the base model and the all upgraded version. And if you're interested in that, subscribe, because we're gonna make a video about that, because I'm gonna benchmark them both and really see if there are any differences. Look at that. It's almost done. It hasn't been 24 minutes. Now, what about the ports? Because this is something I think a lot of people are gonna get wrong and probably a little bit confused. Even though this M5 chip is the latest chip, the M4 Pro and M4 Max have 3 Thunderbolt 5 ports, and it looks like they're exactly the same here. 3 USB-C ports, but they're not Thunderbolt 5. They're Thunderbolt 4. So if you want Thunderbolt 5, you're gonna have to jump onto M4 Pro or Max. You've got an SD card reader, 1 Thunderbolt 4 port, HDMI port, mic and headphone combo jack, 2 more Thunderbolt 4 ports on this side, and then finally the MagSafe charger in there. Migration completed. That's it. And I've got a full setup all done, all programs, everything installed. So I'm curious, which actual charger should you buy with your MacBook Pro? Should you go 70 watt, 96 watt, or we know that the 16 inches or the M4 Pro and Maxes charge 140 watts. Could this also charge 140 watts being the Pro model? So what I have here is, this is the 70 watt USB-C charger. And as you can see, I've got an Anker one here that is only marginally bigger, but that offers 140 watts. If you check the links in the description below, you can also get one of the 160 watt versions of this, which is really, really cool. So as you can see, it's the same size, but a lot faster and for the same price. Just go check out the links in the video description below. Oh, and obviously on the side, you've got multiple ports rather than just one port, which Apple has there, so you can charge multiple devices at once. I've got actually something even cooler, which is this Anker Charger power bank. And this has got a dock on the bottom. My phone is currently charging in there. If you just lift this one off, this becomes a power bank. It's got really cool display in there. I can really check how fast does it actually charge. The charger can do that as well, but with a power bank, it's even cooler, isn't it? Because it can be portable, so you can take it wherever you want. So if you're just on the desk, charge your ports through this there, and then when you come back into there, you just put it onto there, magnetically charges there, it starts charging it 100%. You're gonna go, take this power bank with you. And now, when you're on the go, where you can literally plug the same Apple charger in. Okay, ready? 14 watts. Right now, I can see that the CPU core, one of them is already 102 degrees. The fans are coming on, power supply, it's 98 degrees. So right now I can see that the CPU is pulling roughly around 25, 26 watts. As you can see, the fan is going on 5,600. It's almost 6,000 RPM here. 6,500. So it looks like this is the maximum speed of the fan. And I believe there's only one fan in here rather than two. So that's why maybe it's going so fast. Okay, let me take a look at the GPU power draw as well. So now it's running, GPU is going 8 watts? We got to 10. I mean, it's between 6 to 10 watts. That's not normal. That's pretty impressive. Well, right now, what I'm seeing, I'll have to test because I've got some other things running there. But I'm getting basically the same score as M1 Ultra. M1 Ultra, this is M5, and I'm pulling about 8 watts. 8 flipping watts. Oh my goodness. Interestingly, if you look at this graph there, the initial CPU load goes over 30 watts and then it hovers kind of somewhere around there, 25, 26 watts, which means that it's got similar thing what Intel has, that it boosts at first higher. AMD's got the same thing actually. So it boosts higher and then goes a little bit lower. Interestingly, they need to update the graphs a little bit in there, because in here you can see it goes over the 4 gigahertz and then kind of just hovers there around 4 gigahertz on that mark there. What if I hit low power mode? Let's see what the difference makes now. So I'm gonna put low power mode on, and then now literally the CPU went to about 7 watts from 27 watts. And you can see it boost. Oh, look at that. It goes to 30, 31, something like that, and then slowly comes down. Guys, we just got a score of 1154. That's within margin of error of the 32 core Threadripper 2000. That's pretty ridiculous. But finally, we're at this point where our battery is 69%. I want to actually test and give you the right wattage of a charger to use. Turn it on. I'm going to plug it into there. Let's take a look now. Okay, 50 watts instantly, 86 watts, 90 watts. Are we getting more? We're charging at 90 watts. Look, let me take this off for a second. Port 1, going 88 watts. It's roughly about the same. If I plug my phone onto the other port, my phone is charging extra 6.3 watts. Let's see if I change this. Wow, that's pretty impressive. So it's smart chargers it. So this one, the M5 MacBook Pro, gets 88 watts, and then my MacBook Pro gets 55 watts, but that's 100%. So it's not actually, doing anything. Oh, wow. So I'm running Cinebench on the M4 Max MacBook Pro, and this port is delivering 136 watts for the MacBook, and then the wide port on top is delivering 90 watts to the second MacBook. That is absolutely ridiculous that you can do that with a power bank. This can actually go up to 250 watts. But what does that actually tell us? Because this just revealed some of Apple's secrets. If you are planning to get faster charging, you're gonna have to go with the M4 Pro or Max, where you can get 140 watts. the M5 MacBook Pro, probably M4 as well, if you can find it somewhere. But if you're looking at the M5 and you're thinking, which charger should I get? Then you can see it's gonna charge up to 90 watts. So getting higher than that is not really gonna matter in terms of the speed. But if you do get the Anker power brick here, what this allows you to do is charge multiple devices at once. So I could charge both the MacBooks, for example, because there's plenty of wattage to charge this at 90 watts, your phone at 35 or something like that, and another MacBook or some other devices, which is really, really nice. And I'm actually slightly jealous that there is 160 watts available as well. So if you want to check it out, the link is in the description below. And if you do want a portable power bank that can charge both the devices just like that, look at that. But also, if you're thinking about buying Apple's 70 watt charger, you're not getting the full capabilities of that charger. And you could get this for the same price, charge it faster, multiple devices if you want to. In every way, it is just better. So looking at the overall power draw, interestingly here, what I'm seeing is that the CPU and GPU can't have both maximum power drawn. So my CPU drops down when I'm running a benchmark on the GPU, and then when the GPU drops, the CPU goes further up. Even though the combined can go higher, I've seen the package power draw going 30, something like that, more wattage, but is not allowing you to do that even when you're plugged in. Hey ho! So this is the different version of MacBook Pro, and this one is the base model. Ooh. We have the charging cable. Again, no power brick. That's why you should go with Anker. In order to show you actually some of the color difference, I've brought a few different laptops so you can understand what different colors look like and what's the actual difference here. Obviously on the left here, we've got silver. Then this on top of the silver, I'll put that maybe somewhere in the middle there. This is Starlight. This over here is the MacBook Pro, the same one, but interestingly, there's slightly different color tone in this one and that one. I'm not sure if you can see that. This one has slightly like magenta tone to it, slightly pink. And then this here is the M1 MacBook Air. And this is the kind of orangey version. The silver looks really nice and classy. The Starlight has just slight yellow goldenish tone to it, but that looks very orange compared to all of them. Can you see the difference in terms of the screen? Okay, this is me for the first time seeing the actual nano texture difference. Look at that. That is quite a big difference. The interesting thing is when I'm looking down on the glass here, I can see the reflection of the keyboard on both of them. The nano texture looks very, very kind of shiny as well, but this is a huge difference compared to light. Look at that. So even though the M5 was kind of a secret launch and Apple didn't really mention anything, just, okay, there they are. There is a few changes underneath the hood that also come with the M5. One of the massive one is that you can now have more storage on the M5 option as before. So now you can get up to 4 terabytes, but interestingly, not 8 terabytes. But also the storage is faster. So if I'm gonna do this test here, let's have a look. Let's press go. Look at that. That's over 7,000 megabytes per second. As you can see, 7,353 read and write speeds. So what does that mean? So basically what that means is now Apple has finally moved over to PCIe Gen 4 speeds, where we get over 7,000 megabytes per second speeds. Interestingly, Apple to this point on the M4 laptops and MacBook Airs was running Gen 3 speeds, so 3,600, something like that, speeds. Interestingly, there's no Gen 5 speeds on Apple yet. On PC, that's easy. We're getting double the speeds of these, whereas Apple doesn't quite yet. But regardless, that's a nice bump of a speed coming from M4. Again, if you want to see in-depth benchmarks, because what I'm going to do is benchmark the base model and then the upgraded model. Is there going to be a difference? Should you upgrade? What are the SSD speeds like on there versus this here? If you want to see any of that, highly recommend subscribing. If you want to save money buying these Macs, there's a link in the video description below for all of them where you can get them cheaper. And if you're in Europe especially, then check out the Anker chargers and the power bank. Or even if you are in the US, I highly recommend checking them out because they're just better. And even for the same price, there's no need buying Apple's own because it's not as good. Okay, I'll see you soon.